Alrighty then. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ninjaspence. That I will, instead of being your dungeon master tonight, I will be your creature keeper. As in that we are going to be starting a Monster of the Week series called the Entity Killer Tales. And then, if that you would, would I have the hunters go around the virtual table?
Good evening. I am Shadow-Neysa, and I am playing Arteloth Beckett, a ghostly knight.
I am Miro Raven. I will be playing Dale Rigby, the Chosen.
I am Frey, also known as Emily. I will be playing Wrenly, Aberforth, the Initiate.
Alrighty then. And then that basically before that I get into that the hook of this first mystery that I am gonna need to start of that the mystery rolls from just Dale and Ren. What did y'all get?
Alright, what are we rolling on this again?
That you are rolling just at your start of that the mystery moves.
I rolled a 5 and a 4 for a 9.
Alrighty then. That what does it say on a mixed success for you?
I get a vague hint.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, let's see, I rolled a 4, 5, 6, 7 plus charm is 8. Which means I get a mission associated with the mystery, and if I do it, you'll get some info or help too.
Alrighty then.
Oh, correction, I had to roll weird, so that was not a 9, that's an 8.
Oh, that is still up in that mixed success category, right?
Yep.
Okay then. Alrighty then. So with that, we shall get started.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here it is. On a cool evening in that the jewel of the Pelican State, Rayville, it is a small but bustling town as a woman was arriving home from her trip from the local grocery store around the corner from her house. As she walks into the house, she notices the house is surprisingly chillier than usual. She checked her thermostat, but it was at 65 degrees. The room feels frigid as a dripping sound catches her ears. She walks into the foyer and sees a pool of red liquid accumulating on the floor. She sees a drop hit the puddle and her gaze follows it to the source. Eggs and cans of luncheon meat break on the floor as a blood-curdling scream is heard from the woman as a man is pinned with a frozen railroad spike through his sternum, as his face is a mixture of blue and purple as blood comes from his agape mouth. A dense fog surrounds the foyer, cutting off visibility from the woman as she cries out the name John. An audible voice laughs as a frigid ice pick is thrusted through the woman's neck and starts freezing her body. The woman's eyes go from earthly green to a glassy blue as frostbite overtakes her as black tendrils claim her soul up into a portal that pierces through the fog. So what is everyone doing at this point?
Well, I believe young Dale would more than likely... what time of year is this, Keeper?
2021.
What time? What time of year?
I would say, when was that giant snowstorm we had back up in February? So it'd be like about 2 weeks after that. So around mid-March.
Okay, with that, I believe Wensleydale is getting ready for spring break because he is enrolled at ULM as a pre-farm student.
Okay. All right, and so then you are basically just getting ready for just spring for just like spring break and stuff stuff, and then that you are just basically visiting your professor Maria, basically like discussing just basically your plans and stuff with her. That she actually has like a like a just basically like a little small tablet or TV up in her office, and then she's just like, "Oh, Dale, it's good to see you." So that did you do your report?
Oh, yes, I got that turned in yesterday. Today.
Oh yes, I mean that your work is always exquisite, so it's just fine. Anyway, oh yes, and then that would you also care for some tea? I mean that I do just got some Earl Grey and then just some oolong.
I'll take the oolong, yes.
All right, and so then she just boiled y'all some tea and stuff on just like a little miniature hot plate in her own office. And then that you just suddenly just see just a breaking news report. And suddenly that, Dale, that you start to that you kind of like have just that this vague just vision of just like that you are suddenly inclined to just like watch this news report that is about to happen. And then that the way that this news report is, then that you just see just like that the lead fields person named Terry Harris is basically on the screen, and then he's just like, and then that just basically concludes our report of just basically that the Miller murders that had happened in Rayville, Louisiana. If that you have like any other questions regarding this matter, please just try to contact us, and then you can also call just Crime Stoppers. Alrighty then, back to the station. And then that they just basically went through all of the things that if that you had basically all watched, just basically that that the trailer for that the hunt that was essentially the news broadcast. And then that Maria's just like, oh my, that I know that we just had that freakish ice storm, Dale, but that's rather frightening. In fact, that somebody died in their own home. Sweet old couple too. Well, what are your thoughts about it?
That's absolutely horrifying. Can I have the tea, please?
Why, yes, sorry about that. And then that the tea just starts kind of you can just hear it just like wearing off and stuff. And then that you all just basically go through your tea and such like that. So would Dale be trying to contact somebody at this point?
Did I get like a little inkling of something from that?
That you had kind of got that I would say that you kind of got like a inkling of basically it is something supernatural, maybe just up in the ghost department, but you are not sure to the point.
All right. After having tea, Dale would be leaving and trying to contact Arteloth, who has learned how to use a phone at this point, I believe.
We hope so.
I have indeed learned how to use a phone. I do not like them, but I do use them.
So I believe that I would believe at this point that Dale probably has bought a phone for Arteloth because a landline is dumb at this point to him.
Right. Is it like a jitterbug phone? Please tell me you didn't buy the jitterbug phone.
No, knowing that the trouble that seems to follow a ghostly night, bought the remade version of the Nokia Mini Brick.
I am an old geezer. It fits. All right, I'm here for it.
Also,
And go on.
I was going to say, again, the trouble that would happen, that phone's going to survive. I have full faith.
Yeah, that phone is definitely going to survive. So at this point, before we get to that phone call, what is Arteloth doing at this point? I would say that it is about 12:30.
outside of in character, like out of character, is Dale's currently in possession of my whip, right?
Yes.
So, Keeper, I don't think we determined, like, is there an actual physical distance that I can be away from the whip?
I would say, just for the sake of brevity, that you can be in the same state as the whip and it'll be fine.
Okay. At this point, Arteloth would have been, I suppose, preparing his plot and lesson plans for his next, the next meeting of the Most Ancient Swordsperson Society in a couple of nights.
That you are just basically just like a. So where in the world would like Arteloth kind of like live or else reside in the area?
Oh, probably Garden District. I gotta have some kind of a pension from the order, I guess.
Right. So then we would just say that you kind of like live just kind of like up in like one of just that the nice mansions just by that the Coke Museum, and then that you just hear that your phone just starts to ring.
Well, of course, I'm going to go answer it, and because the only people who have the number are people who need to contact me. Hello?
Uncle Artie, is that you?
I thought we determined that I wasn't an uncle, but sure.
Well, it's just the easiest thing to call you, I think. Because if I called you like Great-Grandpappy, it'd be weird.
Whatever, boy. What do you have on your mind?
Are you near the television?
You know I hate that confounded contraption.
Yes, but it has media that is useful. I mean, at least watch the television. I can't help you if you don't have Facebook, but, I mean, anyway, something's happened nearby, and the news was running a story about it. They'll probably repeat it, because it's a small area, so they'll just have it on loop again at some point. I'm going to make my way over towards you.
All right, I will watch the screen of faces.
It feels a little weird.
So many very things are weird.
I'm not talking like TikTok weird. I'm talking about like supernatural murder weird.
Fine. Get here when you can. Click.
I have to teach him to at least say goodbye.
And so what is Arteloth doing at this point? Mm-hmm.
Well, as much as he pretends to be the irritated old geezer, he is going to have already been moving towards the television before he hung up, and working to get on the appropriate channel 10, because that's what we do in this house.
Okay. So then at channel 10, then that instead that you see somebody by the name of that you see that the channel 10 reporter is Minnie Stewart is reporting of just like oh, that just then that that we are conducting on like interviews for just this murder that has just happened up in the city of Rayville, that there were two victims, Deborah and John Miller, then that they have just all died up in their home, just that a strange occurrence that Mr. John was pinned to his ceiling and then just that his wife was kneeling just up in just a pool of the blood just a little bit underneath. That we basically have just some witnesses that that they have said, and then it's just basically the whole thing. If that you had watched the trailer that you would have heard of all of those statements and stuff.
Arteloth will be taking appropriate notes on paper because, old-fashioned, fountain pens and all, and making plans of what books he needs to consult before Dale gets to the house.
Alrighty then.
So out of character.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Out of character. I was going to say, I really hope like Arteloth grumpily gets up from his very expensive gaming computer and his lucrative Minecraft stream, closes the door to the room that Dale is never allowed into.
I feel like Arteloth would be more of RuneScape or else EverQuest. That's just me.
I don't know, man. Arteloth is scared of tech. It's bad enough that he's got to have a TV.
Oh God. So then while that basically that Dale is driving there, that we will get to Wrenly. So what in the world would Ren be doing right now?
Well, would I've gotten any instruction from my sect as to something I need to be doing?
That what type of day job that do you have just to keep a low profile in a sense?
Hadn't thought of that.
Tattoo parlor owner.
No. Oh shit, I didn't think about that.
Librarian.
Mild-mannered news reporter.
That's not a day job.
Antique shop.
I work in one of the antique shops in Antique Alley in West Monroe.
Okay, then that's fine. Then you are basically just there, that you are just wiping down a vase, and then you just see somebody come in, that their name is, let me make sure that it is a he. Okay, and then that you see that just kind of like this portly, that this portly looking black man come in, that he kind of has the face of Morgan Freeman, but he has the body of Cedric the Entertainer. And then he's just like, oh, why, yes, that this is some exquisite, fine, just vases you have here. And then you know him all too well, that you actually know him as basically a sort of a messenger from just your order. And then he's just like, why, yes, of course. Then I would like this painting of this strangely painted dog. You know that the whole famous like blue painted dog picture.
No, the blue dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Why, yes. Why, yes. And then he also just slides in just like a little piece of paper just underneath just the 20, and then he just like you make it look official. I will pay for it in full later.
Yes, of course, I understand.
And then he's just like, alrighty then thank you. And then he just walks off. And then the note says basically that your mission is to find out who in the world has been overly investigating the supernatural. We just kind of suspect that it could be a normie with a lot of connections. So be wary of that.
So just find out who's poking their nose in a little too much. Got it.
So will it be anyone that you would want to call?
Have I heard the news report yet?
That you have heard the news report. I think that you have before, that you were probably just like sharpening up your weapons and stuff, and then you just probably just had it just like passively on that the telly.
I guess perhaps I call Dale. He's a student. Maybe he knows of someone around campus that's looking a little too much into supernatural that shouldn't.
Alrighty then. That you get a phone call, Dale.
Dale is not going to answer it because he is driving, and he is good boy.
You get no answer.
Does he have a voicemail?
Hello, this is Dale. You know what to do.
Beep. You didn't beep. Dale, it's Ren. Just wanted to ask you a few questions, see if you noticed anything strange or anyone acting odd around campus. Just a little bit of an errand I need to run for work. If you could call me back, appreciate it. And I hang up. And I suppose I'd go back to work for the moment until my shift is over.
Okay, then we can basically move on to the Arteloth and Dale scene at this point. So it takes you about 10 minutes to get to Arteloth's place. What in the world is Dale driving?
I think that Dale is going to actually not have a car, but have like that thing that's a step up from a Vespa.
God, what is that thing? A moped?
Are you talking about a moped?
Well, I don't think a moped
That's
is.
a moped.
I don't think a moped's a step up from a Vespa. I think it's a step down. It's like the souped up scooter kind of thing.
Oh God. I don't know what those are called, but we can say that you have a souped up scooter thing.
It just has a sticker that says Scooty Puff Jr. on the side of it.
All right, so then you basically arrive to Arteloth's house. Would you please describe your house, Arteloth? What does it look like?
Well, I was very grateful when I purchased it that it was already pretty much in the old Victorian cottage style. I did rather like that trend when it came around. So there's just a few rather bare-limbed rose bushes and rhododendrons out front, and just the whole red brick and shingle situation going on. White paint around the windows, whole kit and caboodle.
All right, then what is Dale's move?
Dale is going to come in wearing his normal, it's colder, so he'd have on a heavier jacket instead of just a hoodie and cargo pants, but he's got a backpack that he keeps the whip in when he's at school, and he's also carrying 3 bags with him as he comes in.
All right. That the scene is yours.
Arteloth.
In the stacks.
That doesn't narrow it down. You have 3 libraries in here.
North.
He's gonna stop for a second, okay, this way, and then go. So got multiple questions here. One, the most important one, is the one about what happened in Rayville. The other one is, I have been informed by some of my classmates there's something of a chicken sandwich war going on, and since you are a war expert, I needed your opinion.
I was only ever in one battle, boy. I was never in any war.
More than anyone around here has ever been in. Anyway, there's a sandwich from Popeyes, there's a sandwich from the KFC, and then there is this one. It is a fried chicken sandwich taco from the Taco Bell. I am not sure how to respond to it because it is neither a taco nor a sandwich.
Did you like bring like you brought Taco Bell with you?
Yeah,
Is that what happened here?
He brought 3 bags of food with him.
Lord, help.
He's not.
I got you. I thought you meant like equipment bags.
No, he's 19 years old. he is a dupe.
Of course he is. So you're literally coming into one of my libraries with fast food bags?
He is not putting them down. He is holding them at the doorway.
Well, at least you're not in my library. So you can see your Uncle Artie is basically surrounded by a horseshoe of tables, just strewn with books and papers and note cards, and he just kind of looks up at you. He's wearing just like some linen shirt and pants, like he ain't got his armor on or anything. He's just like, get those grease traps out of my library.
They're not in it. I'm in the hole.
Do not get quick with me, boy.
I'm not. I was just clarifying. By the way,
Just staring you down.
Is that an original lock over there? Is that a...
Most likely.
Oh, my government professor would shit himself for that. I'm going to go put these in the kitchen.
Thank you.
And
sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Keeper, I know that I'm not technically playing like the expert type role officially as written, but would it be possible for me to have any information in all of these books and all my 700 years of doing ish?
Give me a investigate a mystery roll, or just a general sharp roll. Just give me give me a general sharp roll.
That is going to be an 8.
All right then. So I would say that that when exactly did Arteloth actually arrive into Monroe? What time period did you actually just decide to settle here?
Well, after my previous whip keeper died in New Orleans, and I got sold with the estate to some family in Baton Rouge, it was after that the order sent me up to Monroe. They knew that Wensleydale was going to be the next keeper for my whip, and so they sent me there because that was the eventual plan for him to go there. So it would have been anywhere around 2005, 2006.
Okay then. So then that kind of a sharp roll. I would say that you pretty much know about that the I-20 just basically area that about Rayville and such, and in that you have kind of heard just stories about sometimes ghosts and stuff might appear, but it's nothing that that you just haven't actively you haven't actively investigated yet.
Okay. Do I have any? I mean, I assume I would have some just general ghost knowledge.
That you have,
being as I am one.
Oh yeah. That that some specters are possibly out for revenge. Some of them just want to just be rested. Others just want to just fuck shit up. So that I would say that. So then you can use what you will with that knowledge.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Continue to sing.
As Dale drops the chicken sandwiches off in the kitchen, he is going to realize that he has a phone call and listen to the message. while also
All right.
trying to find the liquor cabinet.
Does that Arteloth have a liquor cabinet?
No cabinet. I do have a singular bottle of scotch. It's stowed up on top of the fridge.
See a bottle of scotch on top of the fridge.
Is it a super high quality fancy one?
Of course.
Like, because the only fancy scotch I know is Lagavulin, so I don't know any other brands.
I don't know anything. I don't drink. Arteloth drinks occasionally.
It's just a bottle that says Arteloth's fancy super rare scotch.
Super scotch.
Hang on, we're looking. Hang on. Nope, here we go. The Glenlivet. There we go.
Ooh,
That's fancy.
that is good, especially if you can find the 35-year-old one.
Thank you, Google.
He's gonna look and go, oh no, that one makes my legs wiggly. Okay, going back. He doesn't want me to call him Uncle Artie. I wonder if I can get away with just Artie. Loth? What about Lou? No. Anyway, he's just mumbling this out loud as he's walking down the hallway. I'm pretty sure that anyone could hear it. I got a phone call from
Choosing to ignore you.
from Lady Wren.
Oh, how is she? Is she ready for sparring in a couple of nights?
I'm sure she is. It wasn't about that. Let me call her back and put her on speaker.
That you get a phone call, and then it asks that you get a phone call that a customer walks in. But we can handle the phone call first.
Hello.
Oh, Miss Wren?
Yes.
I got your message.
I wasn't anything too specific. I was just wondering if anything odd had been happening around the campus. If you'd noticed anyone, I don't know, looking into supernatural things, asking strange questions.
No, but if you want odd, there is the one who ran around in his underwear with the I Am Harry Dresden tattooed on his chest.
That is odd. Not what I'm looking for, though. Apparently there's someone poking around in some strange happenings that is looking a little too closely.
Oh, well, I got kind of a funny feeling hearing the news report about what happened in Rayville.
Oh, yes, I heard about that this morning.
I'm
Terrible.
at... He's going to look like he's about to say Arteloth's house. I got a feeling I'm about to have homework.
Well, my shift will be over soon. I'll, head over there. Maybe we can brainstorm.
Also, Arteloth wanted me to ask you, are you ready for sparring later this week?
Oh, God, yes.
Excellent. See you then.
I'll be over soon.
Also, I have chicken sandwiches for us to compare.
Oh.
Grease traps.
All right, good to know. I will see you all in a bit.
All right. As that you basically hang up the phone, that you basically see Terry Harris walk just into your shop. And then that he is kind of like this tall looking, like athletic built black man, sharply dressed and stuff. And then he's just like, that these are fancy artifacts you got here. How long have y'all been in business?
Oh, well, I'm just a sales associate. I've only been here for a little while. I believe they've been open for a few years before I came.
Oh, yes. So, wait a minute. Oh, just sorry. Excuse me. That the name is Terry Harris. That I am KNOE's lead field reporter. You have probably seen me on at the television, talking about that the stupid murders about the time that the domestic abuse case to where that the husband basically that he had basically assaulted his girlfriend with a water jug over a job application. That was a hilarious story.
Huh. Hilarious, yes. How can I help you today, Mr. Harris?
Of course, that you see, then that I was just one of my associates had basically told me that I can basically find some people that who can do some, if you would, like off the record investigation and just exchange for some more deeper information regarding that the Miller's murders.
I see.
So I would tell you what that would I fancy you, and just that's now then that you must forgive me for basically assuming that you are going to have some comrades or else friends of yours to possibly join for a dinner at Copeland's, my treat tonight.
I suppose that would be all right. I'll be meeting.
All right, and then here is my card. And then he just basically just hands you just his card. It is very pristine, off-pake white, embeveled gold, just lettering. Everything is pristine and clean. And then that, oh yes, and then that is a mighty fine ruby staff in the corner over there. It's careful that you may not want any kind of stupid arcane person using it, but then that's just from like those silly child's games, and then he just walks off. You, however, saw that he wasn't bluffing whenever he said that. You kind of catch that.
Well, that was weird. He wasn't bluffing about the staff or about
he was bluffing about the staff because that you have seen this staff before. That it's just like that this ruby stone on just like that this brass staff, and then that you actually have it on display from like one of your earlier missions that you had caught some kind of random dude at a Rustin trying to commit some magical crime, and you just stopped him, and then you kept it as a souvenir, and then it's just basically up in a shop for decoration.
But he took note of it. Interesting. Well, I will finish up my day at the shop, and I will head over to Arteloth to see the other two.
Basically, just to kind of like make sure that we can all get some rolling in, I just need both just Arteloth and also Dale to roll me kick some ass.
I rolled a 6.
Mark experience. Arteloth?
7.
All right then. So basically, that while that y'all are basically waiting for just Lady Wren to basically go, that y'all decide to do some sparring. Dale, you get the shit kicked out of you.
Going to have to work harder than that, boy.
You phased through the bookshelf. Not fair.
Use the environment.
Okay, so smash your books with the whip. Got it. That's okay to do now.
You dare, and I will put you into the bookshelf.
See, I was damned if I do, damned if I don't.
Precisely. Welcome to the job.
Does Wren drive, and it is at the end of your shift, and then it's about 5 o'clock.
Oh god, I don't know shit about cars. Something black and unassuming.
A solid black PT Cruiser.
Fuck you, no.
Royal
Toyota Corolla.
Okay,
Oh my God.
that works.
Actually,
then
it's inconspicuous in Louisiana. It has to be a pickup truck.
No, I don't. No.
This is accurate.
I am not. Fucking, what's his face from Top Gear? Thank you. I am not Richard Hammond. I do not want a pickup truck.
So is it the Corolla then?
I think it's a Pontiac Aztec.
Oh my god, we'll go with the Honda Civic. I don't care.
Alrighty then. So then you see
Lexus.
just
Alright, black Lexus.
you see just a black just pulls up by just Dale's moped. Because then I am just assuming that y'all are up in the wider library, Arteloth, where you got this grand window to see outside, just to at least let in a little bit of sunlight, right?
Works for me.
All right, and then if that you would, Ren, would you please describe your character?
Ren looks rather like the initiate on the character sheet, because that's sort of what I kept looking at. Now it's in my head. She is about she's probably about 5'8", has sort of a sharp chin, very, very closely cropped, short, dark hair. And unless it's nighttime, she is almost always wearing a pair of sunglasses.
No, it's about 5:15 because Antique Alley Garden District, it takes about 10 minutes from where you work.
She'd still be wearing them until she walked inside. As she reaches over her shoulder, boop, boop, on the car, so it locks. Because it's a Lexus and we are in Monroe. And I will not say that it is
Accurate.
conspicuous, because one time we got Domino's and I swear to God, the guy drove up to deliver my pizza and a friggin' Lexus. So,
I mean, yeah.
right now she's just wearing regular street clothes.
I am just disturbed at the fact that no one is knocking on the door or anything. Y'all just go into.
No, I just walk
I have
right in.
keys.
I just walk right in.
I have keys to my house.
All right, y'all can continue to sing.
See, I don't think Arteloth really locks the house unless he leaves, because he is the security system.
Accurate.
So accurate.
Dale is just
Has
just
Dale
rubbing.
eaten one of his chicken sandwiches while we were waiting?
Dale was waiting for everyone else so that the sandwiches could be compared.
Oh, we got retweeted by Evil Hat Productions. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you, Evil Hat.
Many donkas.
All right, continue.
Dale's going to be rubbing an arm from where I'm assuming he got smacked with the flat edge of a wooden sword.
Mm-hmm.
Wooden. You want upgraded from wood yet?
I think that Dale would be like, you pull out a real sword, Dale. No.
And we also got retweeted by Lord Chris Hanrahan. So thank you as well.
Woot.
Me. Huzzah!
He cheated?
I'm sure.
Excuse me, I don't cheat.
He phased through the bookshelf and I'm not allowed to hit the bookshelf with my weapon.
That's just using your surroundings to your advantage, Dale.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also, in a fight, fair
She gets it.
matters very little when you're fighting. Fair is relative.
Oh, blatherskite. I'm going to go try a sandwich.
Aren't they cold by now?
There's a microwave.
Ugh.
Confounded thing.
Oh, I just thought about microwave Popeyes. Blech.
Again, 19-year-old.
Ugh. She's at least in her late 20s.
Fair enough. I was just gonna ask.
Probably, we'll say 27, going on 28.
Noted.
Not a young college kid, but not adulty enough for some people's standards either.
Arteloth is going to duck back into the library and grab a notebook before returning to the kitchen. It's one of those like legal pads in like the leather folder. You know, very lawyer.
Emily has one of those.
I love those things. They're so much fun.
All right. So what is on said legal pad?
A compilation of notes from just the like notes on the from the words from the news reports and also my bout of research and brain racking earlier in the day. I'm gonna wait till their mouths are stuffed full so that I can actually talk without them interrupting.
I'm not that rude.
So as the microwave...
What do you have here, Dale? Some of these look like an abomination.
This is a Popeye's chicken sandwich. This is a KFC chicken sandwich. This is the Taco Bell chicken sandwich taco, which perplexes me.
Hello?
Sorry, I was hitting the wrong baton.
I was like, I can hear you talking in the other room, but there's no talking. Is my computer fucking up? What's going on?
I have not had the alt.
We're all deaf.
I have not used the alt button as my hotkey for Discord in a long time, and that's the one I was pressing down. My bad. This is a chicken sandwich from Popeyes. This is a chicken sandwich from KFC, and this is the chicken sandwich taco from Taco Bell. I'm investigating the chicken sandwich wars that seem to be going on. Apparently, they literally have claimed lives.
It's not. It's on like a flatbread. It's not.
I don't know, but I'm microwaving.
How is this taco if it's on a flatbread, and how is it a sandwich if it's a flatbread?
Well, technically, a hot dog is a sandwich.
I think it's in its own category, but all right.
Anyway, see, when I have a really serious question I want to ask Arteloth before he gets in here, but I feel rude asking it. Do you think as long as he's had his nut life, like he's had a thought of a comeback to somebody that's been dead for like 300 years?
Probably. I've done that in the last 6 months.
Yes, but like, it really haunts him. Oh, see, that's the problem. I probably would say that one.
Perhaps don't use the word haunt.
Well, I mean, technically, this is a haunted house.
He's a bit touchy about that. Don't bring it up. I have something to discuss with both of you, and I don't want him going on a rant for about an hour.
Bing! All right, let's try this one from Popeyes.
All right.
Literally going to float through the kitchen wall, like through the cabinets with a book in tow while y'all are grabbing the Popeye sandwich.
It tastes like rubbery Popeyes. Did you get a spicy or mild?
Yeah, it would be spicy.
It tastes like rubber spicy chicken.
Oh, God. It's like eating a rubber band.
Yeah, this one is not as good as the hate crime chicken from across the river.
Ugh.
All right, going to put in this one from Taco Bell in the microwave now.
Oh, God. All those words together sounded terrible.
You want some nacho fries?
Yes.
Arteloth? And he's just going to hold up this cold container of nacho fries.
Sometimes I swear you're not speaking English anymore, boy.
Come on, try it.
I will not.
Pansy.
You forget that I don't need to eat, and even if I did, I wouldn't eat that.
No, you just ate, like, really greasy pork and chicken from your time period that was boiled and flavorless.
No. Venison.
I thought
Pork. Pork didn't even exist in my time.
Pork didn't exist in your... Pigs aren't new inventions.
They weren't in the British Isles in 1378.
They weren't? He's gonna look over at Ren. They weren't?
She shrugs.
Oh no, he grew up without bacon.
Microwave's done.
What was that?
The microwave's done.
Alright, let's try this one.
Tastes like complete.
Insofar as this...
Madness.
I have regrets.
I have regrets on your behalf. I'm not eating that.
Cut you off.
Sorry. Was just going to be like, insofar as these murders in Rayville, I do believe that we are probably dealing with another spirit of some sort or essence.
Oh, is that what we're talking about now? All right.
Anything to get away from the sad chicken.
Actually, I think the sad chicken is in the KFC bag. I'm not even going to warm that one up. Yes, KFC, shots fired. Be better.
I mean, if it's Monroe.
Finally, you show wisdom.
Next time it's going to be Zaxby's, and I have a friend who's going to mail me some Bojangles.
That's disgusting. Anyway, concerning the murders, I had a very odd interaction earlier before I came over.
Do tell.
One of the local anchors for the news station came into the store and apparently was able to ascertain that I am involved in, shall we say, the spooky things. And I pull his card out and I slide it across the counters for them to see.
You all just basically read it off, and it just says Terry Harris, Starfield reporter, KNOE News.
Is
this the guy with the water jug?
He found that story funny. It was odd. He wanted to meet at Copeland's tonight. Because, well, me and whoever else I had in my repertoire that also did spooky things, apparently, to be able to look into that murder.
I do rather like Copeland's.
I told him I'd see what my friends said, and it was just strange. He also pointed out a staff in the shop that looks mundane enough, but has magical properties, and he mentioned that those with magical leanings should avoid it.
You're talking about the wizard staff that you got in the store?
Yes, I'm not sure how he knew about it, or...
It looks like a wizard staff.
Yes, but you wouldn't go in there expecting it to actually be a wizard staff. It looks... He seemed to know what it was, and it was, again, odd. But I told him I'd see what my colleagues had to say.
Well, where does he want us to meet him?
He said dinner? When do they usually have dinner around here?
Did he say where we're having dinner?
Copeland's.
Oh, I'm in.
The only lead that isn't any good is the lead unfollowed. I say we meet this man.
He's also taken us to an expensive restaurant. I have been surviving on ramen and chicken sandwiches for investigation purposes.
You know that you can come over here whenever. There is an entire pantry full of food.
Why
Yes.
do you have a entire pantry full of food?
Why is it almost all mutton?
For him. Because it's good.
Dale, you're wasting his money and food. He's doing this for you. I assume most university students would kill to come over with all of this.
Yes, but also I don't really want like the 14th century's cookbook going on. Also, he tried to teach me how to make blood sausage.
It sounds a right bit better than...
It was a miserable failure.
It sounds a right bit better than what you told me is in that dining hall.
Oh, you don't... Sorry, I almost lost my accent there for a second. You do not talk bad about them women. They cook very good food and they treat me very good and they think my accent is adorable.
About them women, you've been here far too long.
Very well, boy, not very good. Use your grammar.
Yes.
You really back across the pond. Well, it's after 5, so I suppose we should probably head that way. I don't doubt he'll be easy to find. He's a bit boisterous.
Most of these celebrities are.
If you can call the anchor of the Monroe News a celebrity. I think he fancies himself.
Does he not possess fame?
Again, that's debatable, but he did write star on his card, so obviously he finds himself to be such.
He does have a lot of followers on all social media, right behind the guy who rode his horse into his living room while singing to his wife.
I know the guy who did that. We sell him banana heads at work.
That these stories actually do happen. I am not making this up.
I love how we're just putting all of Monroe's dirty laundry on the internet for everyone to hear it.
Good.
Let's be fair. Monroe has put all of its dirty laundry.
Most of it's on the internet already.
Way before this. I mean, we still claim the Robertsons for some reason.
This is true.
So basically this. Oh wait, sorry, go on. If that y'all are still bantering, that we can still banter.
No, I think we're good.
Oh, okay then. So basically, to kind of speed y'all up a bit, that I am just going to just assume that y'all are all hopping up in Ren's vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Accurate.
So then basically then I ask that y'all are driving, then that you know that there was a bit more of information going on as that y'all are making y'all way to Copeland's, that it was basically that the general basic of the story which is said that it's basically that the death in Rayville, and then it has been about 3 days after the incident. The news did state that the bodies were mauled in some another gruesome attack by the murderous twins of Taylor and Tyler Mangle, who had been quiet within the past 2 years since their last rampage. However, that you know that basically that as that you kind of basically just kind of like concerned Ren that Terry Harris was basically able to basically kind of sort of like pull you some strings, and basically that's why that he's basically inviting you out to this dinner. Okay, so with that out of the way, so then that you guys pull up into Copeland's.
Are there any KNOE vehicles out in the parking lot?
Why, no, it is not a KO in it. It is not a KO, a news vehicle. It is actually a 2009 Audi A4 that basically has the custom license plate Harris on it.
Well, he's here. 2009.
Why do you have to get an Audi?
I mean, no, wait a minute. Sorry, 2019. Sorry.
Okay. That's a little closer to what I was expecting.
It's not even the Rally Edition.
I don't know if he strikes me as the rally type. Alright, let's go in and find him. I'm sure he'll find us.
Then so that he is actually kind of like that he is actually like waving at you all at like that the outside seating area, and then he's just like, oh, just hello, Ren. You brought friends. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting?
Well, you never actually asked my name earlier. So,
Sorry about that. That your job have name tags, by the way?
probably not. It's just Antique Alley.
That a colleague of mine had just basically said that he knew you up in passing, and then I just didn't want to be just, informal about that.
Well, I'll introduce myself anyway. I am Wrenly Aberforth, but everyone calls me Ren.
All right.
And these are two of my colleagues. I nudged Dale with my elbow.
Oh, I'm Dale Rigby.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a pre-farm student.
Oh, pre-farm. Nice. And I had studied journalism. Nice.
In her mind, Ren goes, duh.
Before we left my house, I have very, very few clothes, but like extra clothes, modern stuff. But I'd grabbed like a black like trench coat to cover up that I'm actually wearing my armor underneath. So I'm just gonna kind of give a half bow and Arteloth Beckett at your service.
Oh, thank you. Why don't you all have a seat? That, just like I said, that the menu is open. Anything that you put on it, it will be underneath my tab, and then James, that he is our waiter. His name is James. And then you just see, just like this lanky kind of kid. He kind of looks like Napoleon Dynamite, but a Southern boy. With just like that the moppy like hat hair, that just like that the kind of like that the thick black rim glasses, and he just like, yes, Mr. Harris, will you please just serve them, please? And
why did you just describe Moose? I'm sorry. All I could see is now Moose Kyle coming up to our table.
And then he's just like, whatever that y'all want, I can get.
I would like 2 pints of whatever you consider ale, and I think I want the crayfish.
The crayfish, all right.
Didn't you say you were 19?
Oh, yes, and then we will need to see your ID.
Damn. I can drink back home.
You aren't back home.
Oh, would that just be juice instead then, sir?
I'll take a Pepsi.
We live in the South. It's all Coke.
We sell Coke products. We do not sell that disgusting drink.
The whole world is conspiring against me.
How long have you lived here? How many places sell Pepsi?
Fine, I'll take a Coke.
It's like it's a sin to drink Pepsi here.
And for that, you, sir, that I am a dressing Arteloth.
Ice water, please.
Ice water? Okay. And for you, ma'am?
I'll have a hurricane.
Ooh. All right. May I see your ID?
Yup.
All right. That checks out.
Staring daggers.
And then that Terry, and then
Not even looking at Dale.
and then that that Terry just basically just said like, oh yeah, James, that you can get those tails, that it'll be on me, and then he just slides James just a $200 tip, and James is like, okay, right away then, and then he just goes off.
I'm sorry if anyone that's worked in the waiting industry, someone hands you $200 right off at the start. It's like, I will do whatever you want.
Amen.
Okay, then. So then that we are just gonna just say that you all are basically eating just your meals, and then at the drinks and stuff. So after a while, then that you just see just Terry just basically he just actually just like, so obviously that I just didn't just call up this that that this dinner to just just talk to just a book to just some to just a college student, a old man, and then basically just basically a antique shop worker, and then he just basically, and then he just pulls out this giant case file that just go on the table.
Obviously not.
That's
Right.
quite a large stack. Also, don't be rude. He's not old. He just looks like Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is old.
Right. You kind of have a point there, Dale. I like you. So, but anyway, so then that, why, yes, of course, Miss Aberforth here, and then that Terry just basically hands you the giant file. What do you do with it?
I pull it towards myself and flip it open.
All right, then. So you basically flip it open, and then it basically seems very much amateur built, but it is pristinely organized. Like that, you will actually think that this is actually from just like the cops' filing cabinet themselves. But inside, as that you glance through, you do see the following contents: Victim 1, Deborah Miller, 45, Caucasian, Rayville High School art teacher. Victim 2, John Miller, 48, Caucasian, owner of Miller Steel and Train Yard Works. The scene appeared gruesome, but very cold for a warm evening in Louisiana. We did have that freakish snowstorm in February, but this is March 5th, and it was 80 degrees that day. The odd part was both of their skins were frostbitten, and the witness statement seemed confusing.
Confusing how?
As in that this is just at the coroner's notes, that these are just coroner's notes. That I will get to that in a sec.
This is very precise.
Why, yes, of course. And I had to talk to the state trooper from the news story about trying to get this, and then that I do believe that there was a Officer William Hopkins and a Michael Huntington on that they were the first ones to report on the scene of the crime. And then that state trooper's name is Faye LaRue. I will spell that in the Discord.
Interesting. Did you compile this all yourself, Mr. Harris?
I had kind of took a little bit of bits and pieces just from like that what the state trooper LaRue basically let me see, and then that, oh yes, and then here are the autopsy pictures, and then that you just see these pictures are just gruesome, like that, like John is just on the ceiling, and then you just see that railroad spike is just in his sternum.
Very.
And then that Deborah it just looks the same. Both of them are pretty gruesome.
So again, you compiled this all yourself.
With just a little bit of help. I mean, that as a news reporter, that you have to be organized.
Very thorough. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Do you often go into detail looking into strange happenings, whether it's for yourself or for the news station? Is this
They,
somewhat of a hobby of yours? Do you make a habit of investigating these sort of things? It's odd.
Let's see here. Give me a manipulate somebody.
My charm's not that good. 1 moment. Oh! Yes. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11!
Okay. So, okay then. So that he is basically just kind of like, kind of just fidgeting a little bit with the fork, and then he kind of, and then it's kind of like that poker face stare off, and then he's just like, I do a little bit of dabbling, but it's just for my own research purposes for the most part. That I don't know much about it, but I do dabble into a bit of the supernatural, but not about spells or anything. That I just like to research it. That's all.
Yes.
Nothing further.
I mean, you seem to know at least a little bit about that staff that was sitting in the stall earlier today. It was just such an offhand comment. It was a bit odd.
I mean, that we have all played that, like Dungeons and Dragons, like Final Fantasy, like Sid, like basically EverQuest and stuff like that. It just looked like one of those video game relics.
Can I tell if he's lying?
Let's see, what would that be?
I think that's investigate a mystery.
I think so too. I would say give me a sharp roll.
That would be.
May I also roll, having been listening and watching all of this?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
I rolled another 11.
Another 11. That you can definitely tell that he is trying to put on his best poker impression, but you can basically read through his bullshit.
Interesting.
And what did that? What did Arteloth get?
A bullcrap 4.
Mark experience.
Oh no.
So then that you are just too busy just like staring at just your ice water at this point, but you are still like engaged into the conversation. And then he's just like, so, I mean, that you have heard on that other audio clip that I was able to provide and provide that officer, state trooper Love Rowe thinks that you are all some couple of Bonkomville backwater boys. Like, I don't know what is her problem, but
I beg your pardon?
That is her words, not mine.
I've never even been to Balcomville.
Please never ever go there. Do not go.
I wasn't planning on it.
It's a terrible place.
It's called Balcomville, for God's sake.
I think the universe ends there, because one time I was going over there with a friend to visit his uncle, and there was a man walking down the side of the road in January in blue jean cutoffs that the pockets were sticking out of the legs, 2 different boots, missing all but one tooth which was blue, smoking, dipping, and drinking out of a bottle at the same time while wearing a big old cowboy hat that said, "Honk if you're horny."
What the hell?
It's burned into my eyes and my brain. I'll never forget it. It almost made me go back home.
So
I didn't see it, and I want to go back home.
now he just kind of just chuckles at that, just like, yeah, that we have all seen our fair share of just characters from Bonkomville, but then there are some characters around Monroe too. So just basically, that if you got any more questions regarding this information, that I had just presented to y'all?
I'm sorry, my audio went a little funky. What did you say?
I was just basically just ask that the keeper do y'all have just any questions that y'all want to ask Terry at this point?
What are you getting out of this? A story?
Quite possibly. But obviously, of course, that, conspiracies and stuff like that do exist. I don't know that. I am just happen to just be a star, just field reporter. That's all.
So you're being benevolent, well, trying to get a scoop.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
That means yes. Also, since you're an investigative reporter, is it actually true people have died in the chicken sandwich war?
The chicken sandwich war? I mean, that somebody did get shot once over the Popeye's chicken sandwich. Yes. So people have actually died.
This fucking country.
Master Harris.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Would we be able to keep this file on a temporary basis in order that we may further investigate?
Yes. Why, yes. Why, yes, of course, that you can keep it.
Do you have other copies of these documents?
No, wait, that you do not have to roll for this. Let's just say that that is basically the copy that I made.
But are these your only copies? Do we need to get these back to you at a later date?
No. Oh, no. That I have I have my own version.
Okay, because I was going to say I get 10 free copies at the library.
I don't think that the library even has the scoop. That you have autopsy folders, that you have that the coroner's notes, that you can even look at the thing from the Waffle House coffee.
I was just saying I could make copies for free for us, but okay.
Well, then, anyway, then that without a go, then that, and then he just looks at his phone like, oh crap, that there is basically another thing. Well, then that you can just basically continue ordering food until close. That they will all just charge it to my tab. I can afford it, and then that I would just basically bid y'all farewell. And then as that he just basically leaves, that he just basically smacks down another $100 tip on the table, and then then he just revs off out of the parking lot up in the Audi, just very fast. So what are y'all doing right now?
I am going to order a piece of Napoleon cheesecake.
You mean Neapolitan?
Right. No, I think there's a Napoleon cheesecake. That's the one that's got the praline stuff on top of it too. This is a college kid who is enjoying getting a free meal.
I am going to start reading through the files.
Then give me an investigative mystery.
See, while waiting on the cake, could I help out?
Yeah, help.
Okay.
I was gonna say same. Like we're passing papers around. Like
right. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So I get to roll plus cool on a 10 plus. I grant them a +1 to their roll on a 7 through 9. I roll +1, but I expose myself to danger. Ooh. On a 12 plus, you help let them act as if they had just rolled a 12.
Right. All right, roll it.
That is a 6, 3, 9 plus 2. That's 11.
11. Okay. So then that you get a +1 ring.
All right. There's Arteloth helping out.
Yes, but it's not helpful. I don't even want to say it.
Oh, say it. You gotta say it.
3 plus whatever, the little whatever. It's awful. It's 3 on the die.
Oh.
Ooh.
And I have a neg 1 on cool, so I shouldn't have even rolled.
Okay. Okay, so then...
So you rolled a 2 and a 1?
Ow. So we will get to that in a second. So anyway...
I think these are all written in Comic Sans, and that just frustrated Arteloth to no end.
He uses Garamond. He doesn't use Comic Sans.
At least it's not Corian new. That hits my eyes after a while.
Oh, right.
All right.
While eating the... Right here. That one.
So what did you get for your total, Ren?
Total is 9.
All right, then. So ask one of the following questions.
I don't have that up. I just have players stuff.
Let's see. Investigate a mystery. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can it hurt? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
Ooh.
I think some of these might not be applicable.
No, but
some of them may be applicable to not just at the overall mystery. But
reading through what sort of creature could be involved.
All right, then. So you are looking at the autopsy photos of just at the gruesome scene, seeing in that, and then you just kind of get the feeling that it's going to be a creature of the ethereal nature. So basically, ghosty ghost.
Whatever did this is a bit like our friend here.
However, that I will also include the fact of that it is also a little bit more sinister than your usual ghost.
Obviously, not like you, Arteloth. It's something a bit darker.
As I said earlier.
So, as that you are kind of looking at the files, Arteloth, you just feel just super cold, just out of nowhere. Even cold for a ghost. It is cold down your spine and neck. And then that you just hear oh, we got us another specter to play. And that's it.
Well, that's not intimidating at all.
You alright, Arteloth? You look a bit perturbed.
That's a good word for it.
Something wrong?
Question for the keeper. Do I mark experience on that? On my awful roll?
Yeah, you always mark experience for anything 6 and below.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you alright?
Uncertain, and I'd rather not speak any more of it until I have more information.
Fair enough.
That James just come back and be like, well, yes, Copeland's will be closing in 15 minutes, but however, that Mr. Harris say that anything that you order, that we can basically put it on his tab. So anything else that I can do for you fine folk tonight?
Another cheesecake to go.
All right, 1 cheesecake to go. All right, and you, sir?
Are we talking like a whole...
Oh, no, I'm fine, thank you.
Are we talking like a whole cheesecake or just a slice?
I'm getting a slice, Dale.
I was just making sure, because if you were going to get a whole cheesecake, I wasn't going to get another one to go.
I'm not getting a whole cheesecake.
one piece of cheesecake to go.
Honestly.
Be 2 pieces of cheesecake to go, and then that. Do you need me to take do you need me to take away these plates and stuff? And my God, how much of this crawfish did you eat?
All of it?
Whew. Yeah, even like a shell has a little bit of a little bite mark in it. Okay. And then he just scurries off, and then he comes back with just the 2 cheesecakes, and then that. Oh yes, and by the way, that I do not know that y'all have contact with Mr. Harris, but his tab ran up to be about $569.
Very good of him then.
And thank you that you enjoy your night.
Thank you.
All right, so that y'all are just probably making your way to the parking lot at this point. So what are y'all doing?
Before we left the table, Arteloth did leave like a few more 20s on the table for the kid.
That he's going to be happy AF.
That kid had a good night.
See, while we're writing, I think that Dale is going to be searching the web on his phone to see if he can find any additional information, maybe that about the murder in Rayville that might not be in that stack that we got from the guy.
Go ahead and then give me the roll me that you can roll me a sharp.
That is a 9.
All right then. I would say that looking at the phone and stuff, that most of the information that was given by Terry Harris and also from like the news report and everything seems just clear. But you do happen to find on like that this one forum post, because Facebook comments are always a gold mine, that the name Isaiah Decker comes up, and then he just like, and then that the comment just said that like I had seen it firsthand, that I just don't know what in the world came about it. I had thought I saw a figure just coming in, but nobody believes me. It had looked like an old railroad worker that up in just like some of that like the miller's uniform, but I couldn't make certain of it. But yet people think I'm crazy.
I'm assuming that Dale is stuck in the back seat.
Wild.
I doubt Arteloth is sitting in the back, so.
Dale is just going to hold his phone up to Arteloth because Rin's driving. Possible person to talk to?
I was concerned that this John...
Go on. Sorry.
I was concerned that this John Miller was stated to have been a railroad worker himself, and a railroad spike was the primary piece of evidence that seemed rather poignant.
And what was it? He was pinned to the ceiling? Yeah, this is definitely something.
Indeed.
Definitely something weird, because I don't think a human could impale someone to the ceiling. Not with a little railroad spike.
So I'm assuming I have the folder at the moment. I would like to look through the folder, or have Dale help me look through the folder just to see if there's any... I mean, has Harris already talked to Decker is what I'm looking for.
Okay, so roll to help.
Roll to help.
Oh, I'm marking experience. That's a 5.
We will get to that in a second.
I got an 8 that time. Or sorry, I think I have This is sharp, right? Yeah, so I'm just sitting at an 8.
Okay, so then that you basically, you kind of sort of see that like then that was the only witness that basically Harris did not get to, surprisingly enough. That was the only witness that he did not get to. That, however, that there are other names in it. It is a Claudette Toussaint, a Rita Kim, and a Bruno Foret. I will provide those in the Discord for spelling. Y'all can continue with the scene while I am giving the information. Oh yeah, that's right. Dale.
Yep.
As that you are basically like helping out Arteloth, then that you just feel just a chill coming down your spine. Just it feels a little bit more sinister, and then that you hear the voice just go like, "Oh, you just want to pray now, do you? Now that you better go and get lit, boy. You need to go back across the pond where you came from." And that's all.
Ooh.
Okay, that was weird. Real weird. Super weird.
What's up now?
Oh, heard a little voice in my head. Pretty bigoted. Told me to go back across the pond.
Do you need sleep, Dale? Have you not been sleeping while studying?
I have been sleeping, but the other roommates in the apartment I'm in are really loud late at night playing something called Fortnite.
Do you hear voices often, Dale?
Sometimes I hear voices that let me know what's about to happen, and it's actually kind of useful. It's like a spidey sense.
What?
Like Spider-Man?
Oh,
Tom Holland?
I don't read comic books.
Yes, and Dale, that one of your roommates is actually that. Let me get another name for you. Just bear with me. Harry. Yes, Harry Zellers. That he is a comm dance major, and then that he has been playing this game Death Until Dawn a lot, and then that you just kind of like look at it and just think it's just some, but considering about what y'all have heard from through your own supernatural grapevine, you know that the supernatural has been just linked to this game, Death Until Dawn, where you have 4 survivors that are up against a killer, but then they have to essentially escape the area by collecting these 5 keys to basically unlock the way of safety.
So where is Ren driving us whilst we're having these discussions?
Ren?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are you driving
Where are we driving?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we driving? Do I need to take you home, Dale, or should we burn the midnight oil going over things?
I think for sakes of other people, we might want to go ahead and get started.
Then I'm going to drive us back to our ghostly friend's home, as it seems like the best place for us to work.
Okay. So that you all basically go back up into the garden district, and then that you all basically get just geared out. I am just going to say that, do you have your gear with you already, Ren?
It's in the boot.
Okay. And then that it is also up in that the trunk that you have everything that you need for like ghost busting. I mean, just like creature slaying, that you got like silver bullets, holy water, like garlic, that you got the works pretty much.
It's the supernatural car back there. It's good.
The Winchesters would be proud.
Winchester, that's the name I was looking for. I don't actually watch that shit.
I don't think they drive a Lexus.
No, this isn't better.
They don't. 67 Chevy Impala, baby.
Not my style.
I'm sorry, please tell me Dale said it with the accent and everything. We have found the one thing Dale will watch. I mean, not Dale, but Arteloth will watch on television.
So then, are that y'all are going to travel at night, or else travel in first thing in the morning?
Well, I figured tonight we'd go to our ghostly friend's house and figure out what to do, what to look at, and then probably head out in the morning wherever we want to go.
Okay then. Then we can play out that scene while y'all are formulating game plan.
So, Rayville? Is that where we start?
Apparently.
It's like about 20 minutes east on the highway.
I think I might have gone through it once. Oh, yes, there was something odd going over there. There was a spectre somewhere. Just angry little old lady, nothing too sinister. So, do we go to the most recent and work backwards, or?
Well, said that the guy on the internet said that he saw someone in that looked like a railroad worker. And this individual was the railroad worker. What if I don't know if it's in there because I only looked at the really horrible pictures. What if I look to see if maybe there's been railroad work over near Rayville recently?
It might help. Also, try and message that person that you saw talking about it.
Done. I'm just going to shoot a message directly to, let's see,
Isaiah Decker.
Isaiah Decker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then let me get that spelling for you right quick. So what does the message say?
Going to say, don't just send a private message to him. Don't think you're crazy.
And he goes reply, thanks, who are you?
I am a local paranormal investigator. This has piqued my interest.
Good. Oh, good. Then that I am I was basically informed to basically be at the police station tomorrow morning to basically talk to them about what I saw. That you are more than welcome to join.
All right. We will see you shortly after that. We'll meet you at the courthouse. We'll be in a Lexus.
Did he answer you?
Yes.
Then
What did he say?
then,
He'll be at the courthouse in the morning, or the sheriff's department.
Which courthouse?
I'm assuming the one in Rayville. It's a parish seat,
Well, I hope so.
but he said we can meet him there, so I told him we'd meet him in the morning. And I'm going to start looking to see if there's any railroad work that's been going on.
a sharp.
Okay, so this is investigate a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so that's 5. Oh, nope, that's a 6.
Mark experience. So that you just don't find anything as of recent of railroad work. You do find that you do find construction going on Highway 425, but other than that, it is nothing concerning railroad workers at this point.
What if we're looking too recently? There's no sort of railroad workers around. Probably.
No, I'm not finding anything. I did find that someone from Rayville did a R&B remix of "I've Been Working on the Railroad."
Not what we're looking for. But what if we're looking too recently? What if this is some sort of spirit that was killed working on the railroad many years ago? So when the railroad was put in the city.
Well, I figured that, but if they were updating it, maybe something disturbed it. Maybe there's someone buried underneath the railroad, kind of like,
Possibly.
They're buried in the Hoover Dam.
Possibly. We don't really know a timeline to look back on, though.
No. I'm going to play this song now because it really slaps.
No, please don't.
Oh God,
Alright, click the button.
what song is playing?
It is just a remix of "I've Been Working on the Railroad."
All right, then. So, any more preparations that y'all want to do for the night?
Other than going through all of the notes and files we have, not on my end.
Okay. Arteloth?
Yeah, same. I'm just kind of like going back over research and making sure that brain is good, then everything else will fall in place.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
I prefer... Go ahead, Dale.
I don't have flesh, okay? It works the other way around.
Dale's gonna go up to Arteloth. Quick question. Because I've only used this thing like twice. And that really big dog, I don't think was a ghost. Is it Baghast?
No, it was just a large house.
Okay, so Baghasts are not ghosts. They're fae? Or am I thinking of a Grim? Or is that a Kusith?
Wait, I don't think I'm hearing you correct. What are you asking?
Asking if the big dog was is a Baghast it's not a ghost, is it a fae? Or then he goes, or is that a Grim or is that a Kusith?
You're spouting a lot.
I think it would be more of a fey creature.
Okay. Also, because this might be a ghost, will this actually hit a ghost?
Yes.
So it's magic?
Yes.
I know it was spite.
It was before my soul was tied to it.
Okay, just wanting to check because I don't want to be completely useless if a ghost shows up.
Nope. You should be solid.
Well, gentlemen, I prefer to sleep in my own bed, so I will come by and pick you up in the morning. Dale, would you prefer to stay here, or would you like me to take you back to your dorm?
I'm under the impression, since I heard a voice in the back of my head, that we don't need to split the party. But I understand because his beds are super soft.
I just prefer to be in my own space.
What?
But
The tiny apartment above the store you work in?
what? No, I moved out of there.
Anyway, I'm going to stay here.
Well, then I will be back in the morning to pick you both up.
You're always welcome, Ren.
Yes, I know, I appreciate it. Just prefer to be in my own place for the night. I will be back around 7 in the morning, and then we'll head over to Rayville.
Alrighty then. So
Well done.
All right. So with that you all just have nothing go bump in the night. You all go to sleep. You're all geared up, and then that this is the morning. So I am going to ask Rin a question. Are you going to take Highway 80, or else are you taking the interstate?
Oh, you are asking the wrong person to make that choice.
Highway 80 is out here by our new house. And then I-20 is the interstate.
Yeah, that they can both lead into Rayville.
80's the one we came back on.
Yeah. Probably, unless someone can give me good directions, I'd probably take the interstate. Because the back roads scare me. And I don't want my Lexus on some of the back roads. So, I guess I-20.
Okay, so then y'all are basically, driving, that you have all got your breakfast and geared up and stuff. That as that you are basically driving for about 10 minutes in, then that you just see flashing lights come up behind you, but you do know that you were driving just as that you were just driving down the road, and all white Tahoe with that the state trooper decal flashes lights and just basically wants you to pull over and stop. And then then you know that you was doing the speed limit. How do you respond?
Oh God. Here we go. I will pull over.
All right.
I'm not going to start a car chase at 7 a.m.
Is this a bad time to mention I have weed?
I will stab you.
I don't actually have weed. That's
Stop
my roommate.
Stop being a spoon.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said to me.
Spoons are quiet.
So basically, that as that you hear that the footsteps, that you all can basically see that just that a female of mixed heritage, but she can pass off for just Caucasian. That her build is lean, and then that she wears the hat with that the state trooper's uniform with just the reflective aviators, and then that she is wearing a compression sleeve on her left arm, and then that she just comes up to you all, and then that Rin, that you can see that the freckles on her cheeks, and then that she just kind of just smirks a bit, and then that she just does just a gesture that you all see her just basically turn off the body camera mic. And then that she closes that she closes the cap lens. She just like, oh, well, hello, that my name is Lieutenant LaRoe. How are y'all all doing this fine morning? It is such a big group heading to Rayville, or just heading just this way.
Good morning, officer.
I refuse to give my name, since there have been things done that will mean that the report will not be truthfully believed. I will not speak to you without an attorney present.
Thank you,
Right.
Dale. There are only 3 of us, officer. I believe there are probably more carpoolers than us going down the I-20 this early in the morning.
Huh. So,
Can I ask why we were stopped?
that I was just basically just tipped off by like basically one of my undercover agents, that they were just trailing that they was trailing Mr. Harris. And then that he said that he had saw that a black Lexus leave just basically that he had left shortly after. So then I had just put that into my notes and put 2 and 2 together. So then y'all must be the ones that Terry must have referenced.
Oh yes, we had a lovely dinner last night at Copeland's.
I was going to say that was a large amount of conjecture, but that's kind of moot now.
Why, yes, of course, but you know that I am just going to just cut just the shit for just a moment.
Please do.
That all it is just that I just don't know why in order he is just hiring just a couple of just like, like probably just y'all are probably from like those TV shows like Ghost Hunters or something like that. That shit just all fake anyway. It's just fake news. But regardless, then it's just
Suppressed eye roll.
But just anyway, then that you know that I guess since that Harris just trusts y'all, then I guess then I just guess I can just trust y'all myself then. I guess.
Officer, what do you have to fear from a few simple ghost hunters?
We're British
Oh.
at that. We're the least threatening people group on the planet. Well, nowadays.
First of all, the ghosts are not real. You know that my mom may have been up into hoodoo and then voodoo, but shit, I know that they are not. Go on, you can interrupt me. What's going on?
No, I'm sorry. That's actually just Dale in the back seat stifling a snort laugh.
What that you are? Do you have something to say, boy? Is that pretty funny?
Oh, no,
He's laryngitis.
no, officer. Ghosts are totally not real.
He's had a bit of laryngitis lately. It temporarily makes him shut up.
Well, oh,
He's just a cold kid.
well, then that I just don't know why in the world that y'all are just traveling this early. I mean that you know that I haven't even been to my Waffle House coffee. But
You should get on that. You want to get that first pot, don't you?
First pint was already at about 3 a.m.
Oh, well, then you're very late.
Well, yes, of course, but anyway, then y'all just be sure to just report y'all findings to me after that you check in with just those 2 hit cops. I am telling y'all that this is all the Mangle twins doing, and then as she just scuffs at y'all and just peels down the highway.
Insufferable rhombus. Gods.
I can't stand her.
As I said, insufferable rhombus. She can fuck off.
I felt like she was more of a poorly construed dish towel.
Whatever she is.
A woman is a fishwife.
Wow.
Well, she's not getting any information from me, I can tell you that right now.
She turned off the body camera and everything. I thought we were about to have a beatdown.
Oh, we wouldn't be the ones beat down, you know that.
No, but I'm just saying, she turned off the camera. This would have gone so south.
Yes.
I really don't need to be put on wanted for murder posters again.
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 I've lived 700 years. I've been on a few posters.
Those are stories for another day. Let's get out of here before she decides to come back and talk my ear off again.
And then, so basically, further down the highway, as you all just make it into Rayville, that y'all are heading towards the police station, you all see 2 cruisers jump the railroad tracks of downtown and head down a street followed by LaRue's Tahoe, speeding just close behind. That you all know that the police station is just within walking distance of which from basically that if that owned at the side closer to Highway 80. And basically that we are going to pull that the camera back as that this happens and then that on that the closing scene that you are just going to just see just like it's just going to just be like that you just see just typing fingers are kind of like up in like you just see just a set of hands that are just typing on like an old-fashioned typewriter with just basically just like around the room is just like various just ornaments and artifacts and then that you just see and then that you actually just see a picture of just a 3-headed Cerberus named Fluffy up on a frame, and then you just say like, just hear like, ooh, this ought to be interesting, and that is where we will stop tonight. So if Miro would just close us out.
Before we close out, do we want to do experience for the session?
Oh yeah. That is right. My bad. I forgot about that. And then I made a note of that to myself. I do apologize. Okay, so that the way that Monster of the Week work chat is basically that at the end of each session that the players get a chance to have some extra experience earned. Okay then. So basically that the way that this works is basically if that one or two people answer to yes, then you get 1 mark. If that all 3 of you say yes, then you get 2 marks. All right. So here we go with the go on.
I don't think if it's. I think it's if we get 2 of that 4 or 3 of that 4. I don't think it's individual. I think it's all of us together, or else it gets. I'm sorry, I might have been misunderstanding how Spencer explained. I thought he was saying if each of the players, if 2 players.
That the way that I am basically reading it is basically if that 1 or 2 players answer just yes, then that you all get 1 mark. But if that 3 of y'all answer just yes, then that y'all get 2 marks for each question. That is how it is reading to me.
I thought it was if we got 2 of the questions, it's 1, or if we got 3 of the questions. Well, I mean, it's the same thing.
Okay then. Then it's fine. It's fine. Okay then. So did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
Oh.
Okay. Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
No.
No. I don't think we can. I don't think we can stretch to them convincing Dale to not eat the KFC sandwich was saving him from death.
Oh no.
No.
Okay then. So
saved him from upset tummy times, but.
So did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So then that'll be 2 marks each. All right, and then the last question: did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yes. Because Arteloth's been on a wanted poster.
Yes, because Dale has an appetite much like a teenage boy would have.
Okay.
Yes, because Ren doesn't like to sleep in strange places.
All right, and so then you all get to mark 2 marks for that. And so then that adds that we had. So then we will basically continue this story 2 weeks from now, because then we will return to Revenge of Stefan Carcass. Then I will basically have Miro Raven close us out.
Thank y'all for listening in as we played. This has been fun, especially starting to fill out a brand new character that is, honestly, I feel like this guy's going to go the sweet summer child route until something terrible messes him up.
Yeah.
But coming up, I think we just have our regular schedule, but I know that Frey has all of our socials, so I will not do like I did last time and steal her bag.
I got 1 job! Try to remember that whole line from Galaxy Quest and I can't. We appreciate anyone who watched us tonight. We appreciate anyone who liked and retweeted us on Twitter, where you can find us at @bonus_team. We are here on Twitch and we are on YouTube as Team Bonus Action, and you can also find us on Facebook, where I forgot to post tonight. Believe. I don't know if. Are we playing Holy Winds next week?
I believe so, because I'm probably going to either come back late Sunday or early Monday.
So then the plan at the moment is to play our Holy Winds game on Monday, as usual. And Stefan Carcass next Thursday. I'm still in my Ren voice. And
tentative. But then that's the plan.
Tentative. I believe that is about it. Yay, team bad British accent.
Go team bad British accent.
Right in. That. Oh wait, sorry. It is Freya's sign off to do it, not mine.
Oh, well, since Nox is not here, I will tell you all, don't let your meat loaf.
Good night.